Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is something that is quite close to my heart. I will tell you a little bit about why shortly. It's the side of your deadbeat baby daddies. And before we go any further, I will say that I know that all dads are not the same, and you do get deadbeat mummies as well, and I do intend on doing a video about that in the future, but for now this one is about the deadbeat baby daddies and their side of the story. So we will look at things like the excuses they give to other people, also the real reason why they aren't around, and the messages they might have for you as well. So this is something that is close to my heart, like I said before, and the reason is because I am actually a single parent myself, and I have a deadbeat baby daddy who just doesn't want to be involved, and I know the struggles and the hardship that single parents do go through. I now have a teenage daughter. It hasn't always been easy, and she does feel abandoned. So this is something that, like I said, it's very personal, and I just want to take my hats off to you, and my heart is open for you as well, because I know the battle that you face, and I have big respect for all of you single mums out there that are doing things on your own. You are an amazing person and you've got this. So I'm going to see which cards will be representing our piles today. These are going to be musicians. You can choose which musician you feel drawn to. Perhaps you are a fan of theirs already. Maybe you find you have things in common with them, or you just like the story and the slideshow, which I'm going to be giving you shortly as well. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I've got some brilliant new ideas coming up for future videos. I'll give you a little sneaky peek into the next 3 videos I'm doing. So the first one is Who's Got Your Back? The second one, how does your current person feel about their ex, and who's jealous of you and why? So some pretty interesting topics coming up. Make sure you don't miss them. Now let's see who's our first singer. Oh, that was quick. Oh, you've got 2. We have Edith Piaf, and oh, we've got Amy Winehouse. I love her. And next we have, oh goodness, that was quick. The one turned over is Kurt Cobain, so we will take that one. Nirvana, I am a fan of theirs as well. So I'm going to be giving you a little slideshow now and a description of each artist. You can skip this part by finding the timestamps in the comment section below or in the description of the video. Okay, so starting with Edith Piaf. Born into a family of street performers and raised in a brothel, Piaf was the voice of the Persian streets, singing of the drama, love and loss of its inhabitants. Impossibly frail, she was nicknamed the Little Sparrow, but grinding poverty combined with textbook deprivation and abuse failed to crush or diminish her spirit. She had a voice capable of such power, tenderness and pathos that it took her from the pre-war back streets of Paris to triumph at Carnegie Hall. Piaf's life had all the drama of her songs, but whatever life threw at her, she would always pick herself up and find consolation in her art and the arms of her latest lover. Now for number 2, Amy Winehouse. She was the greatest torch singer of her generation, blazing with a combination of preternatural talent and beehived, broken-hearted beauty. A witty, mouthy North London girl who oozed charismatic FU attitude. She was also a lightning rod for chaos, cursed with an ultimately lethal self-destructive streak. Fame proved to be Winehouse's nemesis. Bouts of addiction, self-medication, and mayhem were punctured by brief episodes of lucidity and creativity as her life spiraled out of control. Thankfully, a back catalogue of gut-wrenching, honest songs and joyful reinterpretations of jazz and soul standards will ensure that Winehouse is remembered long after the spectacle of her untimely demise has been forgotten. And last but certainly not least, we have Kurt Cobain. One of the last authentic rock stars. Kurt Cobain was the antithesis of all the pampered and posturing demigods who preceded him. A star who loathed fame and was driven by determination to detonate the pedestal upon which he had been placed, a star who served as a vocal advocate for feminism and gay rights as well as old school punk integrity. His band Nirvana was a delinquent troika of a disaffected, ruthless generation, inflicting serious structural damage upon the traditional music business and polluting the mainstream with raw power, naked emotion, and outsider chic. Few groups have blazed so brightly and burned out so fast. So those are our singers today. If you did enjoy this, I do these readings every week, so stay tuned for the next one. Now you can find the timestamps in the comment section, like I said, or the description of the video. I will see you soon. Pause the video if you do need more time. Hello, if you are here, you have selected card number 1, which was Edith Piaf. So first off, we will look at the excuses to why your baby daddy isn't around, what he is saying to other people, and just have a laugh really, see what they come up with, because usually it's every excuse under the sun. And then we will go a little deeper and see the actual reason why they aren't around, and I'll also get some messages from them as well for you. Let's begin. Oh dear, the wounded warrior. We have the 10 of swords and the 9 of swords as well. Next up is the 2 of wands. And then we have the King of Wands in reverse. So they are telling everyone that they have been betrayed or hurt by you, or what happened, and it's all your fault. They have been playing the victim here. I can see they have told everyone you have been deceitful and that you have betrayed them. They are 100% feeling sorry for themselves and trying to create some kind of pity party around them. To them, the victim isn't you who's been left to do it all on your own, or the kids who have been feeling abandoned. It's actually them. They are the victim in this, and they are the ones who are hurt in their crazy little world. This betrayal or pain that you have caused them is too much for them to bear as well. They tell everyone they can't cope with it, and it's really hard on them. Makes you want to go out and buy a violin, doesn't it? They are telling people that their mental health is suffering as well. I see them being up in their heads. They are telling people they overthink about this and it's affecting their sleep. They really do want to be a good dad, but you have affected this. You have betrayed them and you have messed everything up. It's your fault, basically. And this poor little lamb is so depressed and he's riddled with anxiety because all they want to do is be a good dad. But you have been sneaky and you've betrayed them in some way or stopped this happening. They are telling people that they are looking for the right opportunity to fix this, and they want to be a dad. They are waiting for the right moment, and they are telling people that they are planning things as well. So they are trying to put things in motion so that they can be the best dad that they can be. But you are making this very difficult for them. They are saying that you don't care about their situation or where they are coming from, and that you have no compassion whatsoever. They keep looking for opportunities to try and make this work and come forward and speak to you, but you are acting like you just don't care, and you are being pretty ruthless and heartless towards them, and it's making them difficult to take a step forward and take action. It's like they are saying, I'm just waiting for the right moment and then I will begin to be a dad. It's time. They are using time as their excuse. It's not the right time yet. It's not the right situation yet. I've got to wait for things to calm down. I've got to sort my mental health out because I'm not in the right headspace at the moment. It's that kind of energy I'm getting. And I'm also getting that they are feeling hurt and of being betrayed in some way. You know, maybe you have been ruthless, maybe you have been heartless, but to be honest, you have other things to deal with right now. They are not your priority, your child is. We have the King of Wands in reverse. This is someone who struggles to show compassion, as I said before, and someone who is also impatient. Either you could be impatient with them and getting fed up with their excuses, which I don't blame you, or maybe they are feeling impatient with you and waiting for an opportunity to come, and they are telling people that they just want this to hurry up. I do feel that they may have tried to play on your heartstrings a little bit, but you've shown them that you don't really care. And I'm siding with you on this one. It doesn't matter what a person goes through. There is no excuse in the world to not be there for your children and to let them down constantly. They also tell people you have a quick temper and that you can fly off the handle easily, causing them a lot of distress. Honestly, I'm not surprised if you do have a short fuse. Putting up with this nonsense, it's just too much. Now let's see the real reason why they aren't around, shall we? Oh, that one was straight out there. Oh, we have the Tower in reverse. That is Aries energy. We also have, oh, we have the Runner. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the World card. That is Leo, Taurus, Aquarius and Scorpio energy, and it's in the blocked position. Oh, oh, the Lovers in reverse. That's Gemini energy. Someone's still hung up on you, I think. Let's just adjust these here. Okay, so the reason I'm picking up is that life became still. Things weren't changing, and the thought of settling down and actually being a dad scared him. He basically didn't have a clue what he was doing, and he didn't want his life to change. For some of you, this can also mean that maybe he wanted things to change or be different, and that wasn't happening. So he left, as it wasn't what he expected. There's also an energy here of he felt like he needed to make a quick exit and avoid a disaster. I don't think he wanted to be stuck, and he's in denial about being a dad. The thought of it scares him, and he does suffer from Peter Pan syndrome, where he doesn't want to grow up. and take care of his responsibilities. I see that he's wanting to move quickly towards his own goals in life. He is definitely heading into different directions. He has other plans, and that being tied down, it didn't suit him. It didn't suit what he had in mind. I see him thinking his act of running away, it's as a means of saving his own self from a bad situation and from being trapped. He doesn't want anything tying him down, and he feels he hasn't completed everything he wanted to in life. Top and bottom of it, he just wasn't ready to man up. I also see that for some of you, the relationship breakdown is a big part of why he didn't stick around. Maybe he thought, if I can't have you, I don't want the baby. It's either all or nothing kind of energy. There is some energy around almost having it all, but not quite. Life would be different if you and him were together, but because that hasn't happened, he would rather cut all ties and move on completely. There is some breakdown in communication here that has contributed to this decision, and I see him focusing more on himself and self-love. He's basically a selfish person who has his own needs at the top of his priority list. He thinks that you did have too many high expectations of him, and that was too much pressure. He couldn't handle it. He felt like he lost himself and that he was numb. He needed to fill that emptiness. He also felt that he was powerless in this situation and couldn't compete or stand up to your expectations. He also couldn't handle the relationship breakdown. Maybe you went through a breakup for some of you and it was too much for him to handle. Seeing the child as well reminded him of you too much. And he was sad about the breakup. He can't get this out of his head. He can't move on. He can't heal from this. So he's trying to process these emotions. And he can't do that and be a dad at the same time. I think he thought that yous would stay together and that his ideal family unit would be a complete one, but of course things happen for a reason. Sometimes relationships do break down, but that doesn't give you any excuse not to be a parent. There's no reason why he can't still be a dad. Now let's see what messages this person has for you. We need to let each other go. He's definitely still hung up on you. Exactly what I said. He is definitely focusing on his own self-healing journey, and he's sitting about and waiting for you to come towards him or for you to make a move instead of taking his own initiative and making a move himself. He's basically waiting for opportunities. Again, time is the excuse. It's just ridiculous. I do hope that he will see sense for your child's sake, but if not, you know, they have you, and sometimes that's all they need. I don't think he will make a move anytime soon. I think he needs to do some growing up. And I think he's also in between waiting to see if you want him or for you to make all of the effort, which just isn't right. He should make some. He should make more, actually. He is wanting to let go fully and he does want to heal. Honestly, I do wish you all the best in this situation. I really do. Never forget how amazing you are and the amazing job that you are doing. Please don't forget to leave a like on the video and comment. It will help the algorithm to pick it up. And subscribe. It would be great to have you back again. Love and light to all of you. Take care. Bye for now. Hello, if you are here, you have selected card number 2, which was Amy Winehouse. And what a brilliant choice that was as well. So firstly, we will look at the tarot cards and we will see what excuses your deadbeat baby daddy has and what they are telling other people. Then we will look at the real reason why they aren't around, and I will get some messages from them at the end as well. So here we go. It's always laughable, this first part, because they have every excuse under the sun. Let's see. Oh, the sun. What did I tell you? That is Leo energy. We have a flipper. That is the Queen of Cups. Oh, and we have the Princess of Swords, also known as the Page. The Seven of Swords. Okay. So what I'm getting is they are telling people that their child or children are their pride and joy. They have a lot of love for their child and they are the root of their happiness. They do sing the praises of the children and they do make out that they are a doting and loving father. They also say that they are the reason why they are happy and they are the joy in their lives. They also say that they are very happy, and the reason could be because they aren't around. They've kind of walked away for their child's sake, if that makes sense. They are making out that it's the best decision for them and that they and you are happier without him in your lives. It's a very confusing energy, but I think they are kind of playing a pity party story where they are saying that they are no good to be around your child or you, or perhaps the relationship between you and them was too toxic and they didn't want the child to be around that, so they left. And they really do have a lot of love for you and the children as well. I'm picking up maybe they were happy with you, but they've chosen to walk away out of compassion, like it's for the best. It doesn't really make sense, to be honest. I think they are blaming the fact that some of you have moved on or acted sneaky in some way and they needed to leave and another person might be in their shoes. They just tell everyone that yous are happier without him interfering. It's like he's saying that he has the children's best interests at heart and to keep the peace and so that they can remain happy, he's decided to step away. It's like he's made a sacrifice out of love because he has a lot of love and compassion towards his children. And I also think that they might be finding out new things. New knowledge is coming towards them. They are definitely telling people that they are doing research and they are seeing what best route of action they can take. He is exploring his options. I also think he's telling people not to believe what you say and that you have acted sneaky in some way and he's found out the truth. It's also an excuse that he was really happy and he was really content, but then he found out something and you have acted inappropriately and you have been deceitful. And they have found this out, so they have walked away because they couldn't deal with the disrespect or the treatment that you were giving them. It's like they've had to walk away and they've had to leave the children behind because they are happier with you, or they need their mum instead of they need their dad or both parents, which is silly really. I also think for some of you, they are telling people they are coming up with a strategy to get the children back. Whether this is true or not, I don't know, so just be mindful of this. They are also saying that you have taken the children away and you've done so in a sly way. It's like they feel tricked. This is what they are telling people, that you've tricked them. You've basically taken the kids away and now they are happier without him involved. Maybe there was fights or they just want to try and keep the peace, and that's the excuse that they are using. But whatever excuse they use, it's just not good enough. They should be around for their children. Now let's see the real reason. Oh, that came flying out. We have the Nine of Swords. Oh, they're all in their head. Let's see. The Queen of Pentacles. Oh, and the Six of Swords in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So they are definitely all in their head, and I think they are listening to themselves with negative talking. So the reason why they are saying they think the children are happier is because this is what they truly believe, that they aren't good enough, or maybe you just don't want him around. They seem to be very insecure, and they are definitely listening to gossip. Someone could be telling them things. I'm definitely picking up outside influences in their ear. Family, friends, or just someone who thinks they know it all when they don't. I'm kind of picking up their mother for some reason. Of course, that won't resonate for all of you. Either way, there is voices there and they are listening to them. They did want to build up a happy home and they do want some stability. They feel that they are not in a stable place at the moment. Perhaps the connection between you and them did fall apart and now they aren't able to find their feet. I think they are trying to rebuild their empire, kind of, or maybe just their home. They want to rebuild and ground themselves. I think this lack of security and stability is really playing on their mind. I think they are trying to heal and they are trying to sort themselves out. Maybe they are wanting to rebuild their sense of community or family around them. I also see them trying to manifest what they truly want and just kind of look within and heal their issues. I'm definitely getting a strong mother figure vibe as well, so they are quite a big influence if their mother is still around, or maybe their mother isn't and that has also influenced them. With the Six of Swords in reverse, this tells me that they are resisting change. It feels like because of the relationship breakdown, they are unable to come to terms with everything, what has ended. They aren't able to move on and they don't really want to either. They seem to be stuck in this energy of wanting things to remain the same. And it is getting to their head a little bit. I also see they are carrying baggage from the past. There is a lot of heavy weight on their shoulders. And I do think they have got some issues that they haven't dealt with. Maybe this is issues with their childhood. I'm certainly not making excuses for this person. As I said before, there is simply no excuse not to be a father and to let your children down. But I do see that this could be a reason. I also get that they did want a happy and complete family home. This is what they had their eyes and their heart set on. But of course, as we all know, everything doesn't happen how we want it to. I think it feels like because the connections broke down, he kind of doesn't want anything else. So it's like because he can't have his idea of what a family should look like, he doesn't really want a half family, if that makes sense. So I think he struggles with the thought of not having it all, with only just having some of it, just being a dad and not having the relationship, not having the home life I think he struggles with that part. I also see he's unable to get help from the community around him. He has like a stubborn streak where he has trouble accepting help for some of you. He definitely self-sabotages, and I think he is his own worst enemy at times. Here's your messages from them. I want you. Yeah, they definitely still want this connection, and it's hurt them that it isn't the case. I knew exactly what I was doing. If they have deceived you in some way, if they've upset you, they knew what they were doing. Let's see. Oh, we have a few. My life is not as together as it seems. I know I was a distraction from your pain. Again, it's their insecurities. They now don't believe that you had any feelings for them at all. They definitely feel sorry for themselves. They just... My life is not as together as it seems. They wear a mask. They make out that they're happy, that they're okay, and that this hasn't really bothered them, but it clearly has. I think they still want you. They still aren't over this relationship breakdown, and this is what is affecting them. This is why they are in their head. It's not the way they wanted it. And if they can't have it this way, they don't really want anything. And they are telling people that they are being heroic, and it's for the best that he steps away, because yous don't want him or need him, and yous are happier without him in the picture. They really do like to play the sympathy card. They act happy, but really they are the Five of Swords. They are living in their head. They have anxiety. They overthink. And they have nasty influences around him as well. But this isn't how he imagined he would settle down into fatherhood. And it also could be what he didn't have growing up. He wanted to give his kids what he didn't have. So this is also why it's on his mind. He's definitely found it hard to adjust to just him being a dad. And he finds it hard to separate that from being a partner as well. For those of you who are with this person, maybe you weren't with him, but he still just wants you. He wants you to be a complete family. And that's not the case if you don't feel the same, or you don't want to deal with this anymore, because it is exhausting dealing with someone who just feels sorry for themselves all of the time. I really do wish you the best in this situation, and I hope that things do work out for you and your children or child. Please remember, you are an amazing person and you are doing a fantastic job. Please don't forget to drop a like and a comment on this video. It would really help. And please subscribe. It would be great to have you back. Take care. Bye for now. Hi, if you're here, you've selected card number 3, which was Kurt Cobain. Oh, sorry, Kurt. Let's put you there. So firstly, let's look at the tarot cards and get the excuse. Let's see what the deadbeat baby daddy is saying to other people and why they aren't around. We will also look at the real reason why they are not involved, and I will get some messages from them as well at the end for you. Just a reminder, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. With that being said, let's begin. First card out is the Six of Cups. Second is the Queen of Cups. Oh, that was flying. Third is the the Five of Wands. And then we have the Kurt again, the Four of Cups. So the first thing I'm picking up is that this person is very much stuck on their own memories. Maybe this is a connection from your past. Either way, they are definitely telling people that they are looking back on old times and how things were. They definitely reminisce about the connection. And it's something about the past, which is why they aren't around. It's like they may have found out something from the past for some of you. Take it how it resonates. And they are using that as an excuse. Or they could also be stuck in the past. And they remember how it was when yous were younger, or when how things were. They had a lot of love for this situation, but things have definitely changed. They are saying that things aren't as they used to be, and that yous once used to get on, but now yous don't. They are also telling people that they are unable to move on from how things were before. There is a lot of love and compassion for this situation. They do have a lot of love and compassion towards you and your child or children, but the memories are still haunting them, and they can't get over how things have changed. They do want to try and be more understanding, and they do tell people they are a devoted and loving father. By the way, they do say that they are very much a dad who loves their children, and they hold a lot of love for you too. But there has been some fights, a lot of challenges, and a lot of obstacles which are in their way, and they are telling people you are making it difficult, and they are having to defend themselves. They are kind of saying you may have broke their heart a little bit, and they are disappointed with how this has worked out. They are telling people that you used to fight with them all of the time, and that you are very difficult to deal with. They also tell people you have a lot of expectations for them, and they are too high. They say that you are very defensive, and they are feeling vulnerable, or maybe they have had to defend themselves for some reason. There is disputes here as well, and they are just wanting to keep the peace. They didn't want this to happen how it has. They also tell people they were getting sick of the drama, sick of the fights, and they just want a peaceful life. The Four of Cups is a card of someone who is feeling fed up, disappointed, and also frustrated. They don't like how things have turned out. They tell people that every time they tried to give something to you, it wasn't good enough. Their efforts weren't good enough. Their parenting wasn't good enough, and you always had something to say and to criticize, and they just felt like they couldn't win with you, and that you have really beaten the life and soul out of them, that you've changed, and that you aren't the person that they once knew. They are sick of trying, and they are sulking. They are feeling sorry for themselves. They are definitely getting the sympathy card here and playing a little violin. They definitely tell people that you were very demanding, and that you made out that they weren't good enough, and that they tried their best, but you have just changed, and you aren't the person who you used to be. It's never their fault, is it? It's always the mum's. Now let's see the real reason why they aren't around. Oh, that was quick. We have the Strength card in the blocked position. That is Leo energy. And we have the Seven of Cups and the King of Cups. And the last card is the Ten of Wands in the reverse position. So with the Strength in the blocked, that tells me they are finding it hard to gather their strength. They are scared of being a father. I think that fear definitely blocks them. They have a lot of self-doubt, and They also have a lot of self-destructive impulses as well that they need to address. They find it hard to feel confident, and they don't have any confidence in themselves. There's no courage there. They definitely do feel kind of pathetic, really, is the energy I'm getting here. They just feel like they aren't capable, and they toy between finding the confidence and the strength, but then they kind of knock themselves back down because they have these insecurities. They may have some negative self-talk, which they do, and it self-sabotages things for them. They're also scared of making the wrong choices. I do think they are scared to be a proper dad. They aren't sure if they are able to. And I think they struggle with what to do. They don't know which path to take. They also don't know the full picture. They don't know what will happen if they go down this route. And it's their insecurities and the fear of the unknown. That is what's making them scared to take that final step and be involved. They are also toying with the different options that they might have. Must be nice to have these options because we never get left with any. But they seem to be having a difficult time choosing what they want to do. Do they want to be a dad? Do they want to be stuck? Do they want to go down this path when they don't know the outcome? Or do they want to live carefree and just make a life for themselves, which is less hassle? They are outweighing it and they are seeing what the pros and cons are. And the King of Cups is telling me that they do have love for the situation, but they are trying to also ground themselves and connect to their own emotions because they are quite numb to how they feel, and they don't really know how they feel sometimes. They are definitely trying to take some time out to give themselves some self-love and heal. They are trying to conquer their own feelings and be at one with themselves. The King of Cups gives me kind of like hippie vibes. They just want a carefree Zen energy. They are a laid back person and they're scared of responsibility. They do just want a peaceful life. Maybe you do have an energy crash with this person. Maybe you do have difficult talks and they just seem too much for them. There's too much on their shoulders and they feel like the weight of the world is on their shoulders. They aren't ready for this big responsibility. They aren't ready for this big energy of you have to do this, you have to do that. The expectations scare them. And quite frankly, they don't know if they're capable to match these expectations. They don't know if they can. They don't know their own abilities of being a dad. They just don't feel ready. And I think they are too laid back, which can be very frustrating to deal with. Believe me, I know. They also want to release the expectations that you have of them because it's too much of a burden. But, you know, if they are a dad, they will have to have some responsibilities. That just comes with the title. You have to take responsibility. You have to help. Or at least they should. They also feel like they need to stick up for themselves. That's also an energy I'm getting. Now, these are the messages from them to you. Let's see. Okay. Right, so sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I remember every detail of that day. You came closer than anyone. You and I were too young. I don't react when people mention you. So they are definitely up in their head about this. It has affected their sleep even. They do think about this a lot. They act like they've moved on and they're happy and stuff, but I do think they are definitely overthinking about this. there was maybe have been like a day where maybe yous have fell out. Maybe it was the day when this connection went sour. They remember every detail of it. There's something that happened that they do remember. And you came closer than anyone. I think they found it hard to settle down with anyone before, but you were the closest. They did have a lot of feelings for you. You and I were too young. This could definitely be someone from your past. Maybe you did end up falling pregnant too young when you weren't ready, but things happen. That's just the way how it was. Same with me. I was 18 when I had mine. I don't react when people mention you, so they try to act like they have no feelings towards you. They've kind of blocked that from people seeing. But yeah, I do wish you the best of luck. Remember, you are an amazing person. I wish you and your child or children all the best. I really do. Please don't forget to drop a like and a comment on this video. It will really help the algorithm to push it out to other people as well. And please subscribe. It would be great to have you back again. Love and light to all of you. Take care. Bye for now.